20 years ago, NATO warplanes intervened in Kosovo with the justification of putting an end to the ethnic cleansing taking place. The war started 1 year prior, in 1998, when the Milosevic-led Serbian government initiated major attacks against the Kosovo Liberation Army in order to reassert control over its territory. But the terrors of war were not confined to the battlefield. The atrocities committed caused millions to flee or forced internal displacement, and civilians on both sides of the armed conflict are still recovering from the trauma. Kosovo declared its independence in 2008, but its history has yet to be taught in the classroom. The country is young, and so is its population. 55% of young people, though, are battling unemployment, and surveys show that 2 out of 3 consider leaving the country within the coming 3 years.
You can see in Pristina everywhere Albanian flags. That is not Kosovo, that is not a national flag, that is Albanian from another country.
Genelde Arnavutlar, genelde hiçbirisi birbirine o kadar hoşlanmaz.
I identify with the Republic of Kosovo.
For me, Kosovo is part of Serbia.
I wish we were accepted as a country.
All these things I don't see being solved by the exchange territory.
Kosovo's inhabitants are mainly ethnic Albanians, with minority populations of Serbian, Turkish, Bosniak, Gorani, Roma, Ashkali, Egyptian, Croatian, and Montenegrin communities. But tensions between the groups persist. The youth look into the future with mixed feelings as opportunities remain limited for all.
You can find people with ethnic hates in the bus, in the city, on the street. When I go in the city, I'm quiet, don't speak a lot of Serbian. I just try to speak little Albanian, little English, and that is it. For me, I'm on the end of the list. Serbian for me, Serbian like me.
My passport is Serbian, and in that passport it doesn't say that I am Albanian citizen of Serbia. I am the third year in faculty of hydrotechnical engineering, but my diploma isn't recognized in Serbia because Serbia doesn't recognize every document, any document of Kosovo. So I am in a place where I either should leave my hometown to get a job. So I have to leave my hometown to go maybe to Germany, Switzerland, or wherever I could, or stay in Kosovo and waiting, for a job and to get a salary over maybe 500 euros. That's the maximum you can have here.
Şimdi ben bunda doğdum, bunda benim gibi daha milyonlarca çocuk var, çok var. İnanın ki mesela benim için, onun için, bunun için zor bir eğitim süreci olmuş ise, eğer biz bir şeyi de gösterirsek, biz çabalarsak, inanın ki bizden sonra okulda eğitim görecek olan insanlar çok da ıslah hayatları olabilir.
In 2014, 100 people were killed in a clash between the Serbian and Albanian communities from both sides of the Ibar River in Mitrovica. Historically, this river has divided the Kosovar Serbs from the Kosovar Albanians, serving as a point of conflict rather than connection.
When we get this apartment here, and I know that there is near the bridge, I was so afraid to come. I was thinking, oh my God, Albanians, what they can do to us. And then I come and I see that it is similar. They have the same problems like we. And it's divided city. They are afraid to come to north. We are afraid to go to south. But it's just a prejudice. We don't have to be afraid each other.
This is the first time Brankica is crossing over this bridge to the Albanian side, even though she has lived along the river for years. After about 5 minutes on the Albanian side, she said that she felt unsafe and immediately wanted to return. However, Kosovo youth don't want to be defined by this conflict, as it was something that they inherited from their parents, rather than it being their own. Most look forward to living together peacefully, and a time when they don't need to be afraid.
We're raised with two different images of our country. Like we live with a past. There's a very dark but also enriched past that we've gone through, that I've experienced it myself, and it's interesting because you want to somehow deal with that past, deal with the war, deal with all the dilemmas caused by it, and also look further. But it's interesting because you have two realities you have to deal with in order to go further. And being a Kosovar is as challenging as it is, but it's also, as sociologically speaking, it's a very diverse and rich context.
It would be great that we could live in every place of the world and not be judged. It's not only about Albanians and Serbs. I wish that I could go everywhere and not be judged for who I am.
Kosovo is sinking in corruption, and its current prime minister, Ramush Haradinaj, an acclaimed war criminal, continues to fuel public discontent. However, Kosovo is a country full of cultural diversity, where different languages, religions, and ideas could enrich the country in a context of healthy dialogue. And young people want to be able to live harmoniously.
You exchange the territory, but the people that are in charge now of the state are the same, and after the exchange it would be the same. So from my point of view, it would be to change these politicians. The problem would solve the reciprocity for the communities, Serbs in Kosovo to have their rights, and we Albanians to have our rights in Preševo from the Serbian government.
Bence mesela atayım Arnavut arkadaşlarımdan benim gibi mesela politika hakkında benim gibi düşüncelere sahip olan insanlar var. Ama mesela birbirleriyle çok iletişimde olmadıkları için farkında değil onlar. Mesela aralarında ben çok var arkadaşlarım hem Türk hem Arnavut. Epasının söyledığim için şimdi aralarında benzerlik var ama bunlar farkına varamaylar. Niçin değiller o sen farklısın. Şimdi benim başka sensin başka benim anlayayım sen. Aslında biraz iletişime geçseler birbirleriyle onlar da anlayacaklar ki yapımız aynıyız.
Young Kosovars know the right things to say because they know the right way forward, which is peace through reconciliation and finding their common humanity. But toxic political discourse and lack of employment opportunities continue to draw out an already painful process of recovery and reconstruction. But Kosovo's biggest asset, its young people, are not waiting in vain. Its leadership must find ways to retain them for national development, or else they'll lose them to Greater Europe.